To be fair, and I have to preface this, Maserati have had their share of flops in recent years. The question is then, will this new venture into sports SUV territory allow them to turn those tables around? Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Brett Andrew Simmons. We are here at MGC-Asia Auto Fest 2020 at Siam Paragon shopping mall in downtown Bangkok, where they have assembled some of the greatest luxury SUVs currently available today, and we are looking at this. This is the Maserati Levante Trofeo SUV. Now, much like its direct competitors, the Porsche Cayenne Coupe, the Lamborghini Urus, and new entrants like the Aston Martin DBX, this is a proper sports SUV with performance in mind. Over and above the standard Levante, the Trofeo comes with a whole lot of extra kit, including 22-inch wheels, bigger brakes, sports suspension, a full sports exhaust system, all-wheel drive with a limited slip differential, aerodynamic improvements in the body kit for improved airflow, and at its beating heart, a 3.8-litre twin-turbo V8 engine from a Ferrari that pushes out 580 brake horsepower, all of which goes to making this thing go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.9 seconds and onto a top speed at 304 kilometers an hour. Now, unlike many other makes that like to scream the fact that this is the top model of their range, Maserati have taken a much more subtle approach where you can't actually even tell that this is the Trofeo model. From the back at least anyway, where there's no designation from the badge. The dead giveaway comes from the side here, where they've very subtly incorporated the word Trofeo into the badge. The only other way to know this, the Trofeo model, is from the big 22-inch wheels and red brake calipers and upgraded cross-drilled brakes as standard. Other improvements include the new rear diffuser, the side skirts with the carbon fiber finish, and the new front kit. The interior has been quite dramatically upgraded as well, with many reports of the original Levante being that it felt a little bit cheap, with a lot of the components carried over from the lower-end Chrysler models. Maserati have really upped their game with the Trofeo, with all of this lovely cross-stitched leather now being not only across the seats but also over the dash, over the door insert, and this carbon fiber trim all the way through the middle of the center console. The roof is also now trimmed completely in black Alcantara. Now, aside from a couple of cheaper plastics in the window and mirror controls and the turn signals, the whole thing feels like a much more refined car. And it comes down to the little things like these little metal shifts for your paddles, for your gear changes, are actually fixed to the assembly and not your steering wheel. So that way, when you do plant this thing into a corner, you're not constantly trying to find how to actually downshift and upshift very quickly. You know exactly where you are. You know, everything feels like it's designed for the driver and their performance in mind. Like when I look out over the dash, I can see the air intakes going into the engine. When I sit here, I've got everything in close enough proximity so that I can just reach and touch. Now, obviously this is an SUV, a mid-size SUV, meaning you can comfortably transport 4 to 5 people in it, but you can really get the sense that this is designed with performance in mind. There is some great tech in this car too, with electrical adjustable dampers, so you can adjust between off-road, ice and sport modes, which will adjust the suspension according to your driving requirements. I like the shifter in this car too. It almost feels like you're grabbing a manual shift, but it's just nice and firm and solid, and it's got the nice little gate here to make it look a little bit sporty. Very good, really nicely controlled. Actually still quite roomy in the back, considering this is a mid-size SUV and designed for performance. I've still got some reasonable leg room. The headroom is okay, but not great. But the seats are very comfortable. They're actually quite sort of body hugging, like almost like a sports seat, but they feel really nice. So you can easily do a nice long drive, and you've got obviously your rear air controls, and in here, little couple of charging points for USB. Keep the kiddies happy. Now, as a performance SUV, the part of it you might be least concerned with is the boot space, but important if you have a family. So you've got auto opening tailgate and automatic closing, which I'll show you in a second, but boot space is reasonable. It's quite deep, but it's not overly high, so it's a little bit shallow. But realistically, what are you going to be carrying in here? It won't certainly be your dog anytime soon. So either way, can be closed at the touch of a button. So then, the Maserati Levante Trofeo certainly looks the part, but the thing is, all Maserati models really do. Where they tend to fall a little short is actually in the driving experience, which is what it's all about. You see, this car is up against some pretty stiff competition: the Porsche Cayenne, the Lamborghini Urus, the new Aston Martin DBX, and even comparable to some Teslas in terms of performance. And at its price point, it's certainly giving buyers a lot of reasons to consider other options too, because the Trofeo in this spec at the launch edition, with options as it sits here on the floor, is as close to makes no difference, 21 million baht. So who is this car for then? Well, for anybody who's ever owned a supercar, a Ferrari, or another Maserati or a Lamborghini, or even a high-end Porsche here in Thailand, especially in Bangkok, they know getting around the city and getting around downtown is no walk in the park. The roads can be rubbish, there are potholes literally everywhere. It feels like there is construction happening almost endlessly. This car then brings the practicality of an SUV with its increased ride height without compromising on the performance and style of a Grand Coupe. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is actually the second car that we've featured while here at the MGC-Asia Auto Fest 2020. The first being the Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge Edition. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. You'll see the card on your description. Click on that or click in the link below to view that one too. If you like this video and want to see more just like it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and gently caress the little bell icon next to it so that we can notify you each time that we upload a new video. And if you like, send it to a friend. Maybe they'll be entertained, maybe they'll get some information, maybe they just want somebody to send some hate mail to. Send it along anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on CARSociety TV.